Am I the jerk for asking my sister to give me my money back after her husband made fun of my wife's scars? My sister had borrowed money from me almost a year ago for her husband's surgery and healthcare. They couldn't afford it, so when my sister asked me for financial help, I was hesitant, but I helped her because she's my sister and helping her husband would mean helping her as well. I told her back then that I am hesitating, but I will help she said she'll return the money in 3 months, but she didn't, and I didn't ask her either. So now I brought it up again. I wasn't planning on asking to return the money, but her husband made fun of my wife's scars. My wife has small scars on her hand. It's not serious, just small scars she inflicted on herself when she was 15. I was with her back then and put a stop to it. We are 27 both, and my Bill made fun of my wife when he asked her if she's still childish and asked her to cover up her hands because it's unpleasant for everyone. Both of our families were speechless, and my wife was as well. I said when we are young we do dumb shit, and he's too drunk, so he should just shut up. He got a bit more aggressive and said that it's still unpleasant and my wife should cover up. I retaliated in my anger and told him that my wife will start covering her scars when he gives me my money back. TBH, I get angry easily and I wanted to insult him. My wife was holding me to stop, but I told her to shut up. I ended up telling him that he's a poor man and weak who couldn't even afford his own surgery and had his wife beg for money to her brother. He got even more angry and he said he will give me my money. I said, do it right now, but you can't because you can't even walk properly. Our families were interfering and my sister was crying. I shut my mouth because I didn't want my sister to cry. Since then my sister is asking me to apologize because I hurt his ego and he's in foul mood and depressed. I told my sister that I will never apologize and he needs to apologize to my wife, and I asked her that both of them owe me money and I want it back as soon as possible, and I don't care if they are poor. Commenter 1, you escalated the situation repeatedly. Nobody says you need to back down, but you had already made your point. And yet you kept saying worse stuff. Not to mention telling your wife to shut up, which is ironic given you were supposedly in this argument on her behalf / for her sake in the first place. Giving big, shut up, I'm speaking for you energy here. OP. Yes, I did. I wanted to escalate and argue with him even more and insult him as much as I could for insulting of my wife. If it wasn't for my sister and my wife and others' interference, I would have gone even further, but I respect my wife and my sister, so I just shut my mouth. I told my wife to shut up, yes, but I didn't disrespect her in front of everyone. I was quiet and was fighting someone who disrespected her. My wife wanted to de-escalate, but I wanted to escalate, and I would have hit him, but that dude is poor and disabled, so not really worth it to fight such a weak man. I am not sure what my sister sees in him to go above and beyond for such a weak turd who insults the people who saved his life. Commenter 1. Telling your wife to shut up when she is the injured party dipstick insulted her, not you, and therefore has the greater right to choose how to handle the situation, is effing disrespecting her. You're acting like a teenager throwing a tantrum and trying to make sure everyone knows he's got the biggest dick. Grow TF up. OP. Insulting my wife is the same as insulting me. Commenter 2. You telling your wife to shut up took this from NTA to ESH, specifically you and BIL. The poor women had to watch while their husbands behaved like belligerent animals who can't control their emotions. Your sister does suck too, to be fair. She shouldn't be asking for apologies from you after the shitty things her husband said. She should be telling her husband to apologize, if anything. The only full non-asshole is your wife. OP. I can't control my emotions at all when it's about my wife and I become an animal, or even worse when it's about my wife, and telling my own wife to shut up is not a huge deal for either of us. It was about what my Bill said. My wife held me back and I respect her, that's why I stopped, and my wife is never an asshole. Even if she is in the wrong, she's still not an asshole if she's wrong and I am right. And if she says that she's right, I will apologize to her, and she still wouldn't be wrong or an asshole. She's always right.